Okay, so my name is Padraic Keane. I'm down here in Custies, and I just have a new album out. It's called In Full Tune, and it's a solo piping album. So you'd want to like pipes because there's no other instruments on it. So yeah, I brought it out there a few weeks ago and had made it before all the lockdown and coronaviruses, but I kind of left it aside, and then just decided there a couple of weeks that I'd do something with it. And so hopefully in a few months it might be able to have some sort of a launch in the summer or whatever. But yeah, so it's on the album. There's I play a few different sets of pipes. One of them is this set of pipes, which is a new enough set of pipes made by Jeff Wolf, who he made them in Miltown, Malawi, but he lives in France now. They were made in 2009, and gorgeous set of pipes. They have nickel, silver, and ebony is the wood, and then they actually have the mounts on them are made of mammoth ivory, which were
mammoth.
A mammoth, yeah.
My God, as so, in millions of years old.
But we went down to the workshop, and he had a tusk of mammoth on the like a section of it on the worktop, but in Siberia they were taking shafts of ice and stuff, and they were uncovering these herds of mammoth.
Cheapers. So, and you're not incriminating yourself now with stuff that shouldn't be.
No, I don't. Well, maybe you might be questioning if you went to America now with ivory and stuff like that. But it was legal at the time. Like they were legally sold. But they've kind of stopped it now because I think they were hacking away at ice, and it was actually causing big parts of ice to be falling down.
My God, this is before you ever play a tune.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so they're all turned into these mounts. So they would have been ivory mounts from elephants. Now they use artificial ivory or kind of wooden mounts or
lovely
things like that. So anyways, that's this, and then there's a Leo Rowsome set that I play on the pipes that I play on the album, which my granddad owned. He got them back in 1950 off Leo Rowsome. And then there's another historic set of pipes which were made by a man called Timothy Knapp in Dublin well, he moved his business to Dublin in 1812, so they're probably made it around 1825.
My God.
We reckon, anyways. So they were given to me by a man named Ken MacLeod a few years ago. He was from Down. County Down. He was a pipe maker, but he was kind of more of an enthusiast, and he did a lot for promoting pipes, and he gifted us a few sets of pipes to different people. Like Robbie Hannon got a set years ago when he was kind of starting out. So I was lucky enough to get this set of pipes off him.
Amazing. Do you ever feel insignificant when you're going from mammoth area millions of years ago right up to present day?
Yes, from mammoth to ivory, it's just not good enough.
Alright, what are you going to play, Pádraic?
I might play a short piece. It's called Sean with Ear Glana. It's a set dance, but it's a particular version, and this one's on the CD. I got off John Kelly. It's unusual. I tried to source where he might have got it from, but I couldn't figure out. Rang a good few people. Possibly it's his own version that he came up with, but it was featured on an LP in 1978. The name escapes me now of the LP, but it was brought out by Coltis, and it featured West Clare fiddle players like Joe Ryan and Patrick Kelly and
Ceolan Clore,
yeah. Patrick Kelly and John Kelly and Bobby Casey. Yeah. So
okay.
It's beautiful. He plays the air into the set dance, but I'll just play. There's a few John Kelly twists in it, and I just like it.
So a mammoth tune in store for us.
yeah, hopefully. Takes a minute for the mammoth to warm up.
time I look at a piper, I just feel as if I'm in the presence of something druidic, something kind of that goes back way through the ages. And when I see you play, there's more than one person within you. That's the kind of feeling I get. It's just a magic instrument.
Yeah, I suppose you're playing a few, doing the different things at the same time.
Yeah.
Doing like the 7 reeds and the whole thing. So
My God,
it's
it's unbelievable.
when you get them all going.
Yeah.
If you can
Look, when I saw your album first, what apart from the music, what really attracted me to it was the photograph of you playing as maybe an 8 or 9-year-old.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering, with people like yourself who've achieved such amazing kind of heights in that instrument, did music always obey your call?
That photograph on the album is, I think I was about 9 or 10.
Yeah.
But I started the pipes when I was 8, and like before that I did a little bit on the whistle, but I wasn't, like my sister Siobhan, she was singing songs and everything since she was like 2 or 3.
Right.
But I didn't really take to it. Would have been in the house all the time with my mother and father playing and going to different things, but I didn't really take to it really, to be honest, until I was maybe 7 or 8.
Right, okay. And
So,
what was it, like an epiphany then? It just happened? There was a switch that was turned on?
I don't know, I think possibly my grandfather, maybe he died in 2000, and I suppose I kind of realised that, you know, he was a prominent piper and concertina player, and maybe I would, when I saw the funeral and the amount of people that came
And the respect shown.
Yeah, maybe those things you kind of don't realise when you're younger.
Sure.
But
sure.
no, I think also like my father would have brought me to a lot of like the Peabrian gatherings like Chinolas and stuff like that, and I would have been exposed to different pipers and that, and maybe just got a feel for it. Like the Willie Clancy was when I kind of first did my lessons. I got a practice set of pipes, and I remember my grandfather showing me, I was sitting down with him when I came home. I had a teacher called Soraka Nivera, and that was the kind of first, I don't know, I think I just took to it from there, but I wasn't flying it on the whistle or anything before. I
know.
Yeah.
And do you feel like when you started playing pipes that you could feel the infusion of generations from both sides of the family as pipers exposing itself to you?
Possibly, I don't know.
No, there's nothing that.
Maybe it's coming out, but I don't really. Oh no, you do like think of certain things, and I'd be influenced by both sides, I suppose. Yeah, because like I'd be always listening to like my grandfather and my mother's concertina player, so
sure, yeah.
there'd be different things coming out there, and then my father would always be showing me different things, or you'd hear him playing different tunes, and he said, "Oh, you know, so and so used to do it like this." And
my God, loads of history being
but
added
I
to
did never sit down lessons or anything. It was just kind of being shown different things, and oh no, you might do that there or whatever. But yeah, we went to Willie Clancywick every year, and went to all the lessons and all that.
And it got friends of your own age, obviously.
Yeah, it was a great way of meeting friends. Yeah, so
beautiful. Now, this album itself, as you said at the start, it's totally solo.
Yeah.
So you're totally unprotected. You're totally vulnerable.
Yeah.
You've no one to back up or any mistakes or little feelings of inferiority you might have. Everything is exposed. Do you find that difficult?
It is a bit, I suppose, but like on the pipes, it's very easy to make a squeak or anything. Like there's so many different things. Like even if you count up the amount of joints that are on the actual set, I've never counted, but there's definitely over 40 or 50 joints, possible things that could blow out. But then the different pressures you're trying to put on, and you're changing different sets of pipes as well. When you're putting pressure on, you know, it's very easy to squeak, or as opposed to maybe like, you know, accordion, if you just press the button, you know that the sound is going to come out. So there's a lot of variables, but like I recorded it myself, so I didn't feel under pressure too much that somebody was in front of me. So that was a help as well. And then, you know, this temperatures and stuff like that can really affect.
Sure.
Like I went to do it with Ronan Brown originally, and the day I went out there, the pipes just started shutting down. And then whatever he got, then his computer ended up shutting down as well. And
lovely.
Everything was the whole thing blew up. So that maybe it was an omen.
Okay, so that was on a high telling you, this is the way to go about it.
But Ronan did the mastering then on all the editing, so he did a great job in that. But my parents went away to New York to visit my sister over there, and the home house was completely free. So
lovely.
I used that for 2 or 3 days and got it.
Brilliant.
It was a good chance to
Lovely,
have a
lovely.
quiet space and get it done.
Good story.
Yeah.
Now, the last time I saw you playing is probably one of the last concerts ever here in Ennis, was at the Corofin Tradfest nearly 2 years ago now. You played with Fergus McGorman and Aidan Connolly.
Yeah.
Like, you haven't really played anything serious as regards concerts since then, have you? Or has
a
there
whole
been?
lot, like one or two things, but some virtual things, and then a few weeks ago there was a Lee Rowson weekend in the Henrietta Street where the NPU headquarters is.
Right.
So there was a concert at that was nice. It was kind of celebrating Lee Rowson.
Right, lovely.
So that was nice. There was a crowd, but you know, masks on, and there was
yes.
no pub or anything after. They usually have kind of a bar downstairs.
Oh God.
Just kind of. Yeah. People were mingling a bit and then they just kind of headed off.
I know, it's tough. It must be awful tough.
Yeah.
And listen, before I let you go, because this is Christmas Eve on 2021 and you're here, and I'm so thankful. What was the question I was going to ask? You play hurling.
Yeah.
Hurling plus fingers plus instruments don't equate.
Not a good combination, no.
No.
Or even a lot of some people think, you know, when you're going playing at something, they just think you're going gallivanting and drinking and stuff. So it doesn't mix very well with hurling when they think you're going off playing at something. Okay. You're meant to be training or something. But I suppose you're just, sometimes it does cross your mind, you know, when you go for a high ball. I remember Mick O'Brien telling me a few years ago, he's piper as well, and he was saying that he had to play the Brendan Voyage.
All right.
A week later, but he was going for a high ball in a match a week before, and he said he just backed down. He said it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Okay, and apart from the people with murders and 10 coming in behind you, Pádraic, listen, I'm as I said, I feel I'm in the presence of magic when I'm with Piper. So thanks very much for going out of your way to be here, and
no matter at all.
Listen, best of luck in the future.
Thanks, Billy.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.